My name is Madison Lord, and I've been with Windermere for 2 years. Well, I kind of grew up as a Windermere child, so my mom has been in the business for 16 years, and I just joined forces with her 2 years ago. So I didn't really have a choice with brokerage, but I kind of gravitated towards Windermere because it felt like the Nordstrom of real estate, and that was my background. So Windermere is just service to me, and when I'm talking about service, I mean service to each other as agents and then service to our clients. I think that the knowledge and empowerment that Windermere provides, not only for every single agent that works for Windermere, but also we just have continuing education constantly, learning about all the forms, learning about new marketing ideas, and they really just support that exterior knowledge that we get to bring in and share with each other. We exceed expectations, and that is part of Windermere's formal statement, and exceeding expectations is all what my team's about. We really focus on the client journey, and without Windermere as a backbone, it would be really hard to provide the service that we do. So Windermere is all about exceeding expectations, and what that means for me is marketing. Marketing is one of my favorite parts of the job, and we put out a certain aesthetic that attracts a client and sells a home and creates a lifestyle. My favorite part about being an agent is connecting with people and creating relationships. And then once we have these relationships with people, we get to be a part of one of the most special moments of their life, buying a home, selling a home. And a lot of it can bring joy and happiness, but there's also an aspect of change that comes with it. So the whole emotional part is where I really like connecting with people and being an agent. So homeownership is super important to me, and I think of it as the American dream. So if I can meet somebody and make their goals happen for them, that makes me happy. So my buyers, Christina and Mike, were a perfect example of how we exceeded expectations. And we met them through a first-time homebuyer class and ended up falling in love with a house. And it was a 1900s Craftsman that was flipped, and it was in the East Side. And so Christmas Eve, we're going back and forth with negotiations. We're having dinner together as a family, stepping outside, taking the phone calls, and we win the multiple offer situation for them. So next comes inspection, and that was pretty tragic. It was beautiful on the inside, but there was a long list of things that needed to be taken care of. So what we did is we brought in all of our specialists. We spent like a week bidding out each individual thing and then going back to our clients and talking about what needed to be done and educating them and basically empowering them. And at the end of it all, we sat down, my mom and I, with the clients, and we said, this might not be the house for you. If you were my family, I wouldn't tell you to purchase this home. And after all the work was said and done, we walked away from it. So long story short, they are really happy now living in Browns Point, and they found the house, but they always remind us about that experience and how thankful they were that we could be honest and we had the knowledge, and at the end of the day empowered them to make the decision, but we were just truthful throughout everything. So when I have a buyer that wants to see a house and it's listed by a Windermere agent, I get really excited because I know that on the other end of the transaction, it's going to be professionalism. So that experience with Mike and Christina really resonates with me because I can see myself being in their shoes and all of the financial burden and the unknown that can happen when being a first-time home buyer. And I was able to lead them to success and make them feel confident, and we both learned a lot. Right when I started becoming an agent, I was nervous coming into an office, and a high-producing office at that, and thankfully I had my mom as a mentor, but I just kind of felt a warmth and support just from all the management and the staff and even the other agents who, in a sense, were all competition. So that kind of camaraderie is really, really cool and I think unique. So my team, we have a very strong presence on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, and we link everything back to the Windermere site, the Windermere Professional Partners site. And it's really helped us with out-of-state clients because we can showcase our work and then tie it back to the brand. And on the Professional Partners site, if someone's coming in from out of town, it really just dives into each neighborhood. It shows you past sales, present sales that are active, and then also just things to do in the area. So specifically, because I'm in business with my mom, I would say that I have a leg up on newer agents, just from the mentorship and support and experience. But coming in as a new agent and being a young agent at that too, it's so important to just have that experience and knowledge and kind of just manpower behind you, and your client feels more confident knowing that you work for Windermere. So coming into Windermere as a new agent, I was blessed to be working with my mom and have her experience as well. But being out there, working open houses, and having the Windermere name behind me as a young agent has been so helpful, because at the end of the day, my client knows that I have Windermere support and knowledge of contracts, and it's basically just the backbone of my success.